Okay, so welcome back, and now let's discuss the half-angle formulas. So half-angle formulas are derived from using the double-angle formulas, okay? And I'll say a couple of things after I'm done deriving all the formulas, but we're going to start with the sine squared. And really all we're doing is the half-angle identities come from the fact that we're going to use half the angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that theta, we're going to replace theta as alpha over 2. Okay, so let's say theta is equal to, in fact I'll just say let theta equal alpha over 2. Okay, so now if I just put alpha over 2, right, if I replace that with alpha over 2, again, assuming it's the same angle, but I'm just rewriting it to be half of another angle, then I'm going to replace this in here with alpha over 2. Okay, and what happens is I get what? I get 1 minus cosine alpha over 2. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So it's going to be sine alpha over 2 is then equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 minus cosine alpha over 2. Now, similarly, we get a similar thing with cosine by doing basically the exact same thing, right? So all I'm going to do is replace theta with alpha over 2. And so that means I'm going to replace alpha here with, theta with alpha over 2. And again, I get the similar result. So I get 1 plus cosine alpha over 2. And then again, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. And I get cosine of alpha over 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 plus cosine alpha over 2. Now notice that both of these come with a plus or minus sign. Now the plus or minus sign does not mean that both of these are valid. Both plus or minus are always valid. It depends on which quadrant the angle alpha divided by 2 terminates in. Okay? Again, just pay attention to the quadrant and that will tell you which one of these, whether it's positive or negative. Okay? And then finally, now that we have this, what about tangent? Well, tangent, okay, if we look at the double angle, right? So if we look at the double angle formula for tangent, then we just do the exact same thing. We just replace it, right? So again, all we have to do is remember that it's sine over cosine, okay? So if we do the tangent one, tangent squared theta is equal to what? Sine squared over cosine squared. So if you don't remember the formula for this, you can easily derive it. And so what do we get? We end up getting 1 minus cosine 2 theta over 1 plus cosine 2 theta. But then if we replace, right, if we replace this with pi over 2, or alpha over 2, right, tangent squared of alpha over 2, well then what happens? Well, we're going to get alpha over 2 here and alpha over 2 here, which is going to cancel with 2, right? So we're going to get 1 plus cosine 2 times alpha divided by 2. Oh, minus, not plus. And then 1 plus cosine, and we'll get the same thing. Okay? And then the 2's are going to cancel, and we end up with 1 minus cosine alpha divided by 1 minus sine alpha. Okay? And then again, if we take the square root of both sides, we get our final answer, which is tangent alpha divided by 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 1 minus cosine alpha over 1 plus cosine alpha. So it's easy to derive these formulas from using the reduction formulas. Okay? I think I said double angle formulas, or no, using the reduction formulas. Okay. And now we'll do some examples. Have a great day.